Well, hello there and welcome back to the HullCityFanCentral YouTube channel, where today I do have my prediction and preview ahead of Hull City's home fixture tomorrow night. Hull City versus Birmingham City. Yes, it will be the fourth time that we've faced Birmingham City this season after having the third round and then third round replay against them in the FA Cup. But this one seems to be the big one for Hull City. Not the Cup, not the first time that we played them over at their stadium in Birmingham, where we actually managed to pick up a win against them. But this does seem to be a key one as the playoff race continues. After having two back-to-back draws, Hull City will look to try and grab 3 points, with fellow teams sniffing down our necks, and only being 3 points away from West Brom does put an extra factor into the mix. So let's crack into an injury update. Now, squad seems to be fit. There may have been some changes around on Saturday that you noticed, mostly being Abdushamir dropping to the bench in replace for Regan Slater. No injury really to be concerned about here. Abdush was just dropped to the bench due to a fatigue issue that he went to Rosenior with, and Rosenior went, yeah, no worries, you've played two back-to-back 60-minute worth games, you drop to the bench, I'll start Slater and then you can come off on the bench, just due to fitness, because it's a 2 times more intense game that he's playing here at City compared to what he was playing at Trabzonspor. So no real complaints there. We'll see if I predict him to start later on in the video. But Abdushamir, what a cracking player he still is, made a big impact off the bench anyway. Alongside that, Noro Ohio and Cyrus Christie both featured on the bench, with the dropping out of Aaron Connolly. Connolly does not seem to be in contention for this game after picking up a dead leg in the West Brom draw a few weeks ago. So Rosenior didn't want to have him anywhere near the squad to avoid anything, and it seems highly unlikely that he will be here for the penultimate game of this little bit of the season before the international window. So that's all the little injury bits of news. So let's crack into my Hull City predicted starting 11, powered by friends over at Fanhub. Fanhub, fantastic free app, rewards you for being a football fan for free. Yes, go and download the app, use my golden ticket code HUL-IZR, and you will get rewarded for using my code, and it's a fantastic app that you can check in at the games, you can predict your starting 11, you can predict 5 games during a week. You can get all the live up-to-date news and content surrounding your club. You don't have to be a fan of Hull City. It's a fan of any club in England for this app. So go and download it. Use my code. Will help me out. Thank you very much. So, predicted starting 11. Yes, this is the boys that I think Liam Rosenior will chuck out there for a big home fixture. Of course, our home games haven't been the most successful this season, we'll say, compared to the away ones. But hopefully that this can turn around here with the trip of Birmingham City. So, Ryan Alsop retains his spot in net. Heavily impressed with Ryan Alsop this season, I must say. Yeah, he's had the few mistakes, but I think he gets too much hate for what he deserves. I mean, nowadays it's more of just a passing comment, but back sort of a few weeks, months ago, it was very much hated on Ryan Alsop. I think that he's definitely improved his game a lot more with that sort of Rosenior style ball, and he is playing fantastically at the moment. Back four of Louis Coyle, Alfie Jones, Jacob Greaves, and then Ryan Giles. Yep, the back four of dreams. We know what they can do. Especially Jacob Greaves and Ryan Giles, 2 fantastic players having a fantastic season. Of course, Ryan Giles, we do need to exercise the option to buy him. Tyler Morton and Jean-Michel Sarri, yep, 2 fantastic CDM options. Glad that these 2 are back firing on full cylinders in the starting 11. Ahead of that, Anas Zaroury, Jayden Philodine, Abdushamir. I do think that he will start this game, and we definitely need it. He just provides a little bit more to his game over Regan Slater. Not saying that Slater's bad. Slater's still a fantastic player. 50 grand Regan Slater. But Abdushamir just provides that little bit extra, and that's why I think Rosenior and Adjan and the whole team brought him in on a permanent deal, which seems to be a good deal for the longevity. And then finally, Fabio Carvalho, one of the best January transfer signings, it seems, in Championship football. 3 goals he's got since signing in January. Only 2 players doing it better than him on the goal scoring fronts from January. So, other news. It's really no other news, so I've had to whack up the Sky Bet Championship Team of the Week, where Jacob Greaves managed to pick up a spot, which proposes the question of, Jacob Greaves seems to be going from strength to strength each week. He seems to be outplaying Alfie Jones now, which, I mean, if you said this a few months ago, he would bloody slapped your head off because you're being silly. But no, Jacob Greaves seems to be improving from week to week. He had the interest in summer to go to Roma with Jose Mourinho. Who knows if the interest will come in summer? What will the price be? Where will he go? Who knows? Hopefully he can stay, because he still is a fantastic young prospect for Hull City. He's one of our own, and hopefully we can keep hold of him for maybe another season or two. But then it possibly will be looking for bright horizons. So let me know down in the comments what you think will happen with Jacob Greaves, because if he keeps on performing like this, I can see him making a big money move elsewhere. Last meetings between both sides. Of course, those 3 meetings are all this season. Of course, we managed to pick up a nice 2-0 win at their ground in October in the league. And then following that, a 1-1 draw at home in the FA Cup with that sort of late-minute goal from Matty Jacob, who, as I mentioned in the video the other day, he's picked up a new contract with Hull City, which we like to see. And then that devastating... I say devastating, more of a consolation loss being for Hull City in that 2-1. Bit of a shocking performance away at their ground, but I mean, it wasn't the FA Cup. We put out as sort of a B side. A lot of the players in that side were academy players, and we had injuries running about at that time as well. But there seems to be a different look of things, as the form will tell you. Hull City, out of the last 6 games, unbeaten. I think. No. At last 5 games unbeaten. Beyond that, it is a 7 games unbeaten with 1... No, not 7 games unbeaten, but 7 games with a result to 1 loss. So 7 out of the last 8. With that being 3 wins out of the past 5 and 2 draws being the most recent games. Both being quite highly contested games. You're looking at our past 3 games all against promotion hopefuls, and then beyond that, of course, Huddersfield and Rotherham being 2 relegation hopefuls. Birmingham City do seem to be that way on, despite putting Southampton to their test in a tight 4-3 win for the Saints on Saturday. So hopefully that doesn't happen, as Birmingham City seem to be doing a little bit worse for wear away from home, and hopefully that we can capitalise on that with increasing our home form. Table-wise, Hull City, we do still sit in 6th after having them 2 back-to-back draws. We do have the teams sniffing below us very, very closely. I think we have 1 team below us in 1 point difference, and then variety from that. Of course, West Brom, 5th place. They're 3 points above us. Goal difference a little bit better for them. But hopefully we can make a little bit of an advancement on that, with maybe West Brom losing tomorrow during the midweek. So Birmingham City, 20th. They're a little bit worse for wear compared to us. Of course, they do have a game in hand, but that just shouldn't really matter towards Hull City. Player to watch out for. Now, I've already said this is a player to watch out for in the first prediction video that we played against them in October, and that is Bakuna. He's having a fantastic season. He had a fantastic game against Southampton, grabbed an assist and a goal for the midfielder. But he is having a fantastic season in that Birmingham City squad. Of course, Birmingham City squad that's been under, I think, 3 or 4 different managerships this season. But he's managed to grab himself 12 goal involvements with 6 goals and 6 assists from midfield. That's nothing too shabby, is it, whatsoever? He is the highest rated average rating player for Birmingham City as well. So it's an easy choice to go with, and certainly a player to watch out for tomorrow. But following on from that, I don't think he will be too much to watch out for, as Hull City will grab an important 2-0 win. Not only important for the title race, but important for the home form. If we keep on increasing these crowds at the MKM Stadium, but we don't produce the results at the MKM Stadium at home, then the crowds will possibly start to decrease. So we do definitely need to pick up the 3 points at home, not only for the title race, but for the fans, and that being a nice 2-0 comfortable win, with goals coming from Jane and Philogene and Fabio Carvalho, with his shirt getting pulled off there by Norwich, the dirty Canaries, we'll call them. So I'll leave you with that photo of Adrian Alajali, as you can tell me what you think about this game, your prediction, everything you think I need to know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Make sure that you like and subscribe, as you do not want to miss the match day vlog out live from the MKM Stadium tomorrow, as it should hopefully be a nice evening in the black and amber stands. And make sure you follow me over on Twitter or X to get live update on everything Hull City, and up the Tigers.